Welcome once again to my channel. In today's video, we're going to look at how to explain benefits to prospects. As a salesperson, you are likely to fall into the trap of what we call feature dumping. We normally dump features on prospects without relating it to the benefits. In this video, I'm going to show you how to overcome this. Instead of listing attributes, rather tying the attributes to benefits. The first thing you need to do is to deconstruct the customer. Right. Understand the pain point of the prospect. And the only way you can understand the pain point of the prospect is to become an active listener. And like I said in my earlier videos, one of the best ways to become the best salesperson is having listening skills. Ask questions that will open up the prospect to tell you about his pain point. So ask open-ended questions. This will pull out their real needs. So for instance, you can ask the prospect, what are some of the bottlenecks you face with your current system? This then, as a matter of fact, opens up for a much deeper answer instead of a yes or a no answer. You can as well probe for hidden issues, such as the quantity of time or the number of time that is wasted, right? The frustration, etc. It is also important. So for instance, you can ask, how much is, for example, inefficiency or delays costing your operations? This gives a quantitative, pain point about the customer. You see, numbers make problems feel urgent. Right, so that is the first thing you can do. Segment benefits by the type of prospect. You know, a CEO's understanding or his definition of benefits might be different from that of a production manager. Not every prospect have the same way of understanding benefits. For example, a chief financial officer or financial officer is more concerned about saving dollars. A production manager would also be much concerned about simple setup. So it is important to tailor-made your benefits explanation to the individual roles. It is important to map the buyers up and then know how to present the benefits to them. Another thing here is that language also is important. Avoid the use of technical jargons so that they can easily flow with you. Use terms that are simple, that are easy for them to absorb. Don't use jargons. Don't use jargons. You can also map the features to outcomes. Match features to desired outcomes. So you connect the features to wins. For example, you can create a matrix with one column for features and the other column for customer goals. Right. So for example, let's say a mobile phone. You sell a mobile phone. Take, for example, the storage capacity of the phone. You can say the phone has 300 gigabytes of space. Right. Then on the other side of the matrix, that means that huge files can be stored on the mobile phone. Right. This simply means that your team or your staff can keep so many files and be able to reach out to these files anywhere, anytime. You can practice this type of mapping before you meet the prospect. The second tip is the FAB framework. This helps you to structure your benefit presentation, where F stands for feature, and then A stands for advantage, and B stands for benefit, right? So it's important to build your pitch using the FAB formula, right? So for instance, you can say our vacuum cleaner has, for example, HPA filter. It's a very special filter. So that is the feature. Then the advantage, which is the edge, it can trap almost 99% of allergens, which is better than the standard models. Then the benefits, these are what you need to tie to this. This helps you or makes you breathe easier in a cleaner room and also prevents allergy, so allergy free, right? If you build your pitch this way, it makes it easy for the prospect to understand the feature, the advantage, and the benefits, right? You can use this formula in your presentations. You can practice it until you get the flow, right? It is also important to quantify the benefits with quantifiable data. There's one thing, numbers can help you sell. So 10 vague pegs into evidence-based hard facts. Don't just go and tell the prospect your product saves time. For example, if it is an email product, you can say it cuts email checks by 40%, freeing you 2 hours daily. It cuts email checks by 40%, freeing you 2 hours daily, right? So you quantify the benefits with data and as well as back it with metrics. So you can also back it with a proof and say that studies have shown that users see 29% growth or 29% sales growth on average, right? So this stats can help you sell because numbers really works with people. You can even talk about reduction error or reducing error by a certain percentage within a certain period, right? But keep the metrics real. Keep the metrics real. You can also communicate the benefit by addressing price objections. As a salesperson, you are definitely going to meet price objections, right? So with price objections, you will get to realize that there is an unclear value that the prospect does not understand. So then you need to hammer on return on investment. So for example, say, yes, it is $400 upfront, but you can benefit because it pays back in 3 to 6 months with 30% efficiency and effectiveness gains, right? So this shows a gap. Then you try and let him know or him or her know the gap. Without it, you'll be losing $3,000 monthly and waste time. You see, benefits can outweigh costs when you explain it in the right way, right? Through this strategy, you can also uncover real fears, right? So we use what we call reinforcement. This investment will secure your growth as a business. You see, when you tell the prospect something like this, he then begins to understand that there is something in the product. So this uncover the fear, right? The perceived risk, right? So the perceived economic risk. So this turns too expensive into smart buy. So you tell the prospect, this will turn your idea of too expensive into smart buy, right? This strategy is also very good when it comes to explaining benefits to prospects. You can as well position the benefits against that of competitors, right? So you position the benefits against that of competitors. But this should be done in a much ethical way instead of bad mouthing competitors. Just show your unique edge. So for example, if you're a logistics company, you can say, while others offer just basic tracking, ours offer advanced tracking and predictive trends, giving you peace of mind and then boosting the speed of delivery by 40%, right? Then you also let the prospect get to know that you are also focusing on incremental wins. This simply means or implies that smoother operations, you have smoother operations. The prospect then see extra value. The prospect then sees extra value. You can also compare or do this. You can also compare or do this competitor parity this way. Brand H2 will save time. Ours saves time and money with 15 or 25% lower cost. So we realize that this particular pitch of benefits presentation differentiates your products or discriminates your products without any negativity. This strategy is also very workable. If you love this video and its content, please kindly hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Don't forget to comment, share, and like. And let's meet in the next video.